Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do something different. Today we're going to have a quick fun fact discussion on the things I wish someone had told me to expect before marrying a Belgian guy. So just in case you're wondering, where the hell is Belgium? Belgium is a small country in Western Europe with, give or take, total population approximately 11 million. It's bordered by France, Germany, and Luxembourg. Belgium is made of three distinctive regions. So to the north, typically you have your Flanders region where Flemish is spoken. And to the south, we have Wallonia, so where French is predominantly spoken. To the east also, we have a small community of German-speaking nationals. Belgium is quite culturally diverse, and usually the main stereotypes associated to Les Belges are that they're mostly boring and love to overindulge in beer and frites. Anyway, if you end up marrying a girl or guy from Wallonia, and more so the most southern part of Wallonia, I kid you not, when you are put your entire life to move, you better brace yourself because you're going to be in for a big surprise. So without a doubt, as soon as you marry someone, you're probably going to have to relocate. And if you relocate, in my case, given that my husband is from Wallonia, I found myself moving from the city to living in the middle of nowhere. So in my case, my village constitutes total 150 population, and my surrounding neighbors are mainly cows, and a little more cows. So yeah, the closest urban city to you is most likely going to be, give or take, 100 kilometers. And if you're a city girl and more accustomed to city living, I would seriously encourage you to refrain from marrying a guy living in Wallonia. So, language. Belgians are very multilingual, and as soon as you move here, you have to quickly adapt. Typically, people in this part of Europe speak at least 3 languages. So that will be German, Dutch, and French. Of course, if you plan to work in neighboring Luxembourg, especially in the corporate world, it's important to have English, but nonetheless, you need to brush up on your Luxembourgish or German skills to market yourself. So in case you're like me and failed your French classes in primary and secondary school, well, you better be ready to brush up on your language skills and quickly take crash courses. Otherwise, you're going to find it really difficult to maneuver your daily life. And in that same regard, you have to imagine the never endless awkward dinners with your in-laws, at least until you manage to speak the language. You may just find yourself giggling all the time like an idiot and using some sort of primitive sign language to communicate because you don't understand each other. So how else are you going to communicate? Can you imagine the endless birthdays, Christmases, Thanksgiving, Easters without actually speaking? It's a bit strange. It's a really strange case. So I would encourage anyone planning to make the move, if you want to help yourself, foster good relationships, improve your social life, you most definitely have to at least pick up French as a first language. Also, another good one and very interesting one that I discovered very quickly. So, Belgian humor versus English humor. Now, if you have an English background, you're more or less accustomed to English sarcasm, and when you move here, you quickly realize the difference. Belgian humor is notorious for its self-deprecating, zany, and aging nature. And if you remember during the police investigations that were conducted following the Paris attacks, like, how did the Belgians react? So they decided to take to social media and start tweeting out pictures of kittens and cats in cosplay, photoshopped to look like Darth Vader, tabbies dressed up like Carrie from Homeland, and cats with fake explosives strapped to them. So yeah, you better get ready to experience this really quirky yet zany humor that the Belgians have, but you quickly get over it because in the long run it becomes quite endearing. Also, this one is very, very, very subjective. So, fun dates. If you're like me, and I think most people, and your traditional viewpoints and planning fun activities include organizing picnics, going to new restaurants, movie nights, concerts. Yeah, your Belgian spouse will definitely be down to do things like that. But if it's anything like my spouse, he also has a much different viewpoint on what constitutes fun dates. So, biking, if you love to bike, why not? I'm not an avid biker at all. So, what's the solution? Hey, how about get a tandem bike so we can all go biking? Yay. Also, maybe why not deer hunting? So, deer hunting is very popular here in Wallonia, and also camping overnight to hear the different sounds of deers. So you might find that you occasionally take very long nature walks, and these nature walks will probably constitute your spouse explaining to you the history behind the different deer hunting techniques and the differences in the types of deers. And if you decide to have a camping experience, usually organized at midnight. This is a very popular activity, by the way, organized at midnight. So you walk through the forest and more or less you're trying to understand the different noises that are being made by the deers. And typically your guide will explain the different noises and what they mean. So yeah, different, very subjective, but different. And nonetheless, fun things to do. Again, this is just my personal experiences, so do not take this as a shared viewpoint on all Belgian people as a whole, collectively. That will probably not be the truth, and it's on case by case. Another thing is that, especially when you live in the rural area, most definitely you're going to find that your spouse is probably fascinating with keeping a lot of domestic animals. So usually you have your cats, your goats, your pigs, your chickens, your foxes. And every day you might just decide to keep one and then quickly thereafter change their mind. If you plan to keep things like chicken, you better be ready, because what's going to happen is probably the fox is going to come overnight and end up killing all your chickens, and then soon after you quickly realize why you were not keeping any animals to begin with. Lastly, makeup and heels. So just remember and just be ready to know that you need to turn in your heels for Wellingtons and sneakers. Belgian men like women to keep it simple, most times really casual, so barely their makeup, espadrilles, jeans, hoodies, t-shirts, really, really simple and effortless. Any additional efforts you make on your part to look maybe extra spicy for a date out will more than likely go unnoticed, as they just don't tend to notice a lot of makeup and things like that. So I kid you not, just keep it really, really simple. And of course, a Black woman like myself, your spouse is probably going to wonder why the hell your hairstyles keep changing very often and why you just don't wear your natural hair out. After all, you have hair, so they just don't get it, but that's not the point of this video at all. So yeah, those were my quick fun facts on the things I wish someone had let me know before moving to Belgium. Regardless, it's a really, really nice country. The people are extremely open, friendly, and very progressive. So I would definitely encourage you to move here. Just brush up on your French language skills and be open. And of course, Belgium has a really kicking ass football team. Yeah, so guys, thank you for tuning in with me. If you want to continue watching and listening to my videos, just subscribe, like, and share, and make sure to tune in next time. Thank you. Bye.